students, let us see river boat problems. This is a very important topic. Now here, let us say this is a river whose width is W. The coordinate axis I have taken is x, y in this direction. X is in this direction and y in this direction. Some terms we need to know here. Velocity of river, which is Vr. Vbr is the velocity of boat with respect to the river, and Vb is the velocity of the boat, usually with respect to the ground. Okay. Now we are taking, our purpose is to go from one bank to the another bank. Okay. So there are two possibilities are there. You start from a point, then either you reach the exactly opposite point, or you reach some point in the downstream. Okay. Now those two scenarios we are going to study. Now here in this diagram I have written this as VBR. VBR means the velocity of the boat which is with respect to the river. Right? Here the reference point is the river. See, river means, even if I have shown here like this, even this is the river direction. River direction is always in only one direction. So we need to remember this relationship, that Vb is equal to Vbr plus Vr. Mathematically also we have seen this, that this is relative velocity, right? So it is Vb minus Vr. Vr will cancel and Vb is left. So this can be proved mathematically also. So is it a one-dimensional case or a two-dimensional case? Means it is a two-dimensional case. How we will just discover now. So here we are taking the general case, assuming that the boat is going in this direction, making an angle theta with the width of the river. So we are taking 2 points, let us say AB. It is making angle theta with AB. We will discuss different scenarios and how to solve the problem. Now when we write this VBR is a vector. Obviously it is making some angle theta. It will have two components, one in the x direction, another in the y direction. The y direction will be matching with the width of the river. The x direction will be along the direction of the river. Okay. So Vbx, we are talking about the velocity of the boat, that is the absolute velocity of the boat. Vbx means we are talking about the x component, which all vectors will be helping. So here Vr vector Vrx plus Vbrx. See, the meaning of this is you are adding one vector and you are getting two vectors. You are adding two vectors and you are getting the another vector. That means when you add all the x components and all the y components and you take the resultant, that is this Vb vector. So here we are talking first the x vectors. We have done a problem on that. If you have referred to my previous videos, I have done a numerical on that. So how to find a resultant? So find a resultant, what you do? You find all the x components, you find all the y components, and then you find the resultant. Okay, sigma x, sigma y, and root over sigma x square plus sigma y square. That is what we have done there. So here Vbx, which is the final vector, Vbx will be Vrx plus Vbrx. You need to take the x component of Vbr, and Vr vector is only in the x direction. So Vrx will be Vr and Vbrx will be, take the x component. So this is theta. So x component will be Vbr sin theta. This will be Vbr sin theta. If I am calling this as positive, this will be negative. Okay. Similarly, we talk about Vby. Vby means we will be taking this component, right, which will be the cos component. So Vby will be, Vr has no component in the y direction because it is purely in the x direction. Only Vbr will have the component. So Vbr component will be Vbr cos theta. Because it is in the positive direction, we are calling it as positive. So Vby will be equal to Vbr cos theta. So whenever we want to calculate what is the time taken by the person to reach from one end to the another end. Let us say a person starts from A and he wants to reach B. How do you get the time? Time is always distance by speed. So here distance is width, and when you take the velocity, which component we need to take? We need to take the component which is in the y direction. We need to take VBY. VB is the absolute velocity of the boat. Now in this I want to tell you, when you are doing the vector addition, usually you have a vector like this, you have a vector like this. This is the vector addition. Okay. Now let us say you have a vector like this, you have a vector like this, and you add these two. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Okay. So don't fall in. You need to see that tail, head, tail. I am drawing like this. Okay. This is VBR. VR is equal to VB. Okay. This is my VB. This is my VR, and this is my VBR. From vector algebra also we can prove this. Okay. Now here T is equal to width divided by the vertical component of the VBR, which is VBR cos theta. Just now we derived. So this is a general expression to calculate. T is equal to W by VBR cos theta. Now often you come across a term called drift. See, what is drift? Let us say the person goes like this. The boat goes directly straight. There is a river. So what will the river do? The river will push the boat. So obviously the person will not go here. He will go some other point. But this deviation from the original point, see, if you draw the straight line, this point is right opposite to this point. There is a deviation is there. That deviation is called drift. So drift, how do you calculate? Means it is in the x direction. So distance is equal to velocity into time, speed into time. What is this? You have to take the x component, VBX into t. T just we have derived that it is W by t cos theta. And what is VBX? That we have done earlier. VBX is this. So you get this expression for x. Okay. Now looking at this, you will have three scenarios. So we will study each scenario one by one. Let us say we want to calculate the shortest time taken from point A to point B a person wants to reach. The condition is that the time taken should be the least possible. If the time taken has to be the least possible, for the time we have developed this equation, T is equal to W by VBR cos theta. Cos theta value varies between 0 to 1. Okay. Now if T has to be minimum, cos theta has to be maximum. So maximum cos theta value is 1. That means theta is equal to 0. So theta is equal to 0 means what? Theta is equal to 0 means VBR has to go along the AB direction. Then you get the least possible time. Okay. Do not get confused that when you are going like this you are going to drift. Alright. So for the shortest time, what is the condition means? He has to go along the AB direction as per the equation we have got. So theta is equal to 0. So in this case, will there be drift? Yes, there will be a drift. Now second situation, when a person starts from here and he has to directly go opposite point. That means he started at A and you draw a straight line. He has to reach exactly on B. So in this case, is there a drift? No, there is no drift. If there is no drift means there is no x. So the expression of x becomes equal to 0. If you see here, this term cannot be equal to 0. Only this term has to be 0. So from here you get the equation for sin theta. Theta is equal to sin inverse of VR by VBR. You have two velocities here. One is the velocity of the river and another is velocity of the boat with respect to the river. So because there are two velocities here, again we can form two cases. Case number one, where VR is more than VBR. See, if the numerator is more than the denominator, what happens? This ratio becomes more than 1. Okay. So sin theta value maximum is 1. It cannot be more than 1. So this case is not possible. Okay. If you think technically also, practically, if velocity of the river is much higher with respect to velocity of the river is very high when compared to VBR, the person will never reach B. He will simply drift away. Now, second situation, when VR is equal to VBR, then this term will become 1, theta will become 90. That means the person will be going in this direction. The river is flowing in this direction, the person is going in this direction. In this case also he will never reach B. Okay? This is what I have drawn here. So that is the situation. That means theta has to be an angle between 0 to 90. Now let us find extension of case 1, where we are interested in finding out the total path length travelled. What is path length travelled means? Let us say in the shortest interval the boat goes in this direction, but because there is a river in this direction flowing in this direction, he will reach some other point. Suppose he has to reach B only, then how much distance he has to travel? He has to travel AA dash plus A dash B. So if this is X, this is W, this will be hypotenuse root over W square plus X square. So S in that case will be this plus this. Let us say we are just saying that this person has drifted away and he has reached A dash. In that case we don't have to consider the X. It depends upon what has been asked in the question. So we are taking the case only of AA dash, which is root over W square plus X square. You want to keep it minimum. I will call this distance as S. Okay. You want to keep it minimum. So W you cannot change. You have to change only X. Keep this X value as minimum as possible. Then your S will be as minimum as possible. That means S minimum you want, you need to keep X minimum. Now, what is the minimum value of X? It is 0. If it is 0, we know that this expression will become 0. This cannot be equal to 0, so this part will become equal to 0. VR minus VBR sin theta will be equal to 0. From here you have got theta is equal to sin inverse of VR by VBR. Okay, so this is the case of S minimum. S minimum here will be how much? If you put X is equal to 0 in this, S will become W. So S will become W in the case when theta is equal to sin inverse of VR by VBR. So in this situation we are discussing a case where VR is less than VBR. Okay, we are discussing the case where VR is less than VBR. Suppose VR is VR is greater than VBR, then what will happen? See, if you apply practical knowledge, see, even this river has got some speed. Let us say VBR is more than VR. VBR is, let us say, 4 km and this river speed is 2 km. Even then there will be some drift. Okay, if I take VBR as 4 and river speed as 2, so in this case also there will be some drift. There can be a case where VR is more than VBR. Even in that case also there will be a drift. Okay, sounds tricky. So if this is 2, there will be drift. Let us say if the river speed is 6, then also there will be a drift. We are discussing that case. If VR is more than VBR, then X is this. So in this situation also you want to keep the X minimum as possible. So here X is varying with respect to theta. So dx by d theta is equal to 0 you have to do. Okay, you have to apply calculus. So when you apply calculus, d by d theta of this whole term will become 0. This is a constant term, so you can pick it out. So d by d theta of this term should be equal to 0. So 1 by cos theta is secant theta, and here sin theta by cos theta, tan theta, VBR into tan theta, VR into secant theta. So when you differentiate, the formula is secant theta tan theta for secant theta, and d by d theta of tan theta is secant square theta. When you do all the arrangement and all that, you finally get theta is equal to sine inverse of VBR by VR. Just reverse of this. Okay, so you have to see in the question what is VR and what is VBR. Okay, depending upon the value, the theta value has to be calculated. Okay, let us see a numerical. A man can row a boat with 4 km/h in still water if he is crossing a river where the current is 2 km/h. So river speed is given as 2 km/h and a man can row a boat with 4 km/h. So what is given? VBR is given. Okay. So first question, in what direction will his boat be headed if he wants to reach on the other bank directly opposite to the starting point? Straight away this case where you can directly calculate the theta value. The formula is sine inverse of VR by VBR. So VR is 2 km/h, VBR is 4 km/h, so it is sine inverse of 2 by 4, which is 30 degrees. So the person has to go 30 degrees. This is the 30 degrees. Okay. So yeah, this is the situation. He has to go 30 degrees with respect to AB. With respect to the river speed is in this direction, he is going in this direction. You have this and like this. So this is 90, this is 30, so it is total is 120. So if you take the river speed as the criteria, he has to go at 120 degree. Second, if the width of the river is 4 kilometers, how long will the man take to cross the river with the condition in part A? So in this situation, the width of the river has been given. Okay. Now he is going as per the condition in A. What is the condition in A? He has to go making an angle 30 degree. Alright? He is not going straight. He is going in an angle direction. So what is the expression? T is equal to W by VBR cos theta. W is 4, VBR is 4, theta is 30 degrees. So theta has to be taken with respect to AB, not with respect to the river. Okay? And this angle has to be put, not this angle. Often I have seen the students make a mistake in that also. So you simplify that, you get 2 by 3 root 3 hours. If in minutes it has been asked, you need to multiply that with 60. So this is the answer in minutes. Third question, in what direction should he head the boat if he wants to cross the river in shortest time, and what is the minimum time? Okay, he wants to go in the shortest time. We have seen the derivation. If he has to go in the shortest time, he has to go ekdam straight. He has to go absolutely straight. Okay, so in this situation, T minimum will be, this term will become 1. So W by VBR, so 4 by 4, he will take 1 hour. Okay, see, shortest time doesn't mean that he will reach exactly the opposite point. He will drift away. Okay, so understand the difference between the two cases. Last question, how long will it take to row 2 km up the stream and down the stream from the starting point? In my bridge course, I have done boats and streams problems. In that we have done this. A river has an upstream and a downstream. While going from upstream to downstream, the river speed will be helping you. While going from downstream to upstream, the river speed will act against. So upstream to downstream, what is the total time taken? Total time, let us say T1 plus T2. Upstream to downstream it is T1, and downstream to upstream it is T2. So basically you need to find T1. T1 will be distance by speed. So distance is 2 kilometers given. What will be the speed? When you are going from upstream to downstream, it will be 4 plus 2. This is the boat speed and this is the river speed. The river speed will be helping. And going from downstream to upstream, it will be 2 divided by 4 minus 2. He will be going 4 like this and 2 river is coming like this. So his speed will be reduced. He will take more time. Okay. You simplify this, you get 4 by 3 hours. And in minutes you want to calculate 4 by 3 into 60 is 80 minutes. Okay. So this question is slightly different from what we have done in this first 3 parts. Okay, please note that.